Juan Soto steps to the plate. Joe Simpson, the announcer for the Braves, has this to say about Juan Soto.
2 balls, 1 strike. And he is, if it's certainly got his man growth. He is big and strong.
Now, what Joe should have said is, man, for a 19-year-old, he is big and strong. But he said if, questioning the age.
Right.
And boy, would I have loved to have been a fly on the wall when Mike Rizzo spoke to Joe Simpson.
And if we know one thing about Mike, he will defend his players basically to the death, which he should. He's the general manager of the team.
Can you tell us anything about that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, there was not much to it. I mean, it was just an uninformed, unfortunate comment by Joe. And, he's been in the game too long. He was a player, been an announcer for a long, long time, just uninformed, not in touch, and he made a mistake. And so just like we handled most of the problems in Nationals land, we went up to his to the booth, and we had a man-to-man discussion about it, and he apologized for it. And I'd much rather be talking about the 19-year-old that's tearing up the league and one of the best players, not only on the Nationals team, but in the whole league. And the stuff that this guy is doing is remarkable.
Yeah.
And he's truly one of the great players currently in the league right now. And it's unbelievable that we're talking about an age thing when we should be talking about a performance thing.
True. And he's the Rookie of the Year. He is a phenomenal player. But let me ask you this. How soon did you approach Joe after he said it?
As soon as I found out about it, and once the game ended, I went up to the box, to the booth, and on the 5th floor, and we discussed it.
Who told you he said it?
I would gotten, how the world is nowadays when our PR people, when they see these tweets out there and that type of thing, I get alerted to it because I have nothing to do with social media. So they alert me when things come up that I need to know about, and they thought I needed to know about this, and we handle it. It took all of about 10 minutes.
I think Mike Rizzo and Jason Bishop, the only 2 humans that don't have anything to do with social media.
You guys are the last of a dying breed. Mike, I love the last part of your quote. I believe he understood my stance on his comments. that lets me know that you were not mincing any words, that you made it clear to him that you did not appreciate the comments about Soto.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's, what you hate, what the worst thing about this is that, the poor kid's got to, may have to answer questions about it when it's so unfair and just out of touch and just not accurate. And so that's the unfortunate part of it. And, how we handle things, and you've discussed things with me before. It's, it's very black and white. There's no gray area, and I told him that I had a problem with it. He apologized for it, and he said right in game 2, and I believe he did that also. So
good. All right.
All done.
All done. All right. So I brought this up start of the show, and I'm sure there's a sensible answer that I just don't know. All right. I'm probably uninformed by this, but usually in a doubleheader, especially a day-nighter when you got to play in 95 degrees, you'll have a slightly different lineup in that second game, give guys a break. I was at the game, the second game in the doubleheader on Saturday against the Reds, and, Defoe played, Turner did not, Taylor played, there was a couple of little, adjustments in the lineup. But in this particular doubleheader, the line, with the exception of catcher, when Wieters played in the second game, the lineup was the exact same. I realize you were facing lefties in both starts, but why not Eaton and why not Defoe in that second game?
Well, because we went with our best left-handed lineup and against left-handed pitchers, and I loved the lineup, and it had a lot of energy in the game 1, and I think that when you go about creating these lineups beforehand, I think that lineup gave us the best chance against a really good left-handed pitcher in Newcomb, and it was unfortunate that we didn't do more damage against him. But hey, oftentimes I just tip my cap to some of these guys. A lot of games that I think we don't swing the bat well, or we were overzealous, or we didn't have a great plan. this time I'm tipping my cap to Newcomb. He throws the ball great. He really trusts his fastball and really handcuffed us. You know, it's like what other teams they get. Good Strasburg or the good Scherzer or the good Rourke or Gio is that, you know, sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the pitcher. He pitched well, and I give him credit. And we just couldn't create enough big hit, and a couple of balls we did hit, were caught, and especially the one in the bottom of the ninth where if he doesn't make that great play, it's a 106-mile-an-hour line drive down the line. He doesn't make that play. Taylor probably scores, and we tied it up with one out and man on second. So
that was Wieters, right?
Yeah, Wieters hit a bullet to third, and
right.
But that's baseball. That
is baseball.
Good thing is we got a game today. We got 2 more against them. We got 14 left against the Phillies and the Braves this year. It's going to be a fun summer, man. Coming down to the end of this thing.
Summer's over.
It's going to be awesome.
Hey,
it's going to be awesome. Summer's over. It's 95 out. So to me, it's still
my
summer.